friends and family. We're officially getting our way to the end of another corn season. If you ever decide to open up a grocery store, please do me a favor and take a picture and even send it to my email of you carrying a local farmer's corn. I cannot tell you the amount of corn that we sell from this store because people don't want to drive to the farm direct. So what I do is I source it from them and we resell it here. Everybody's happy. And to be honest with you, we probably make close to $10,000 in profit just from corn in 2 months. So it's really a no-brainer. I wanted to start this video with that, and let's get into this. I'm sure you're curious with the title and everything else. So if you are new here, welcome to the channel. I run this grocery store. It's been active for about 6 years. Felicia and I, we've been making videos on this channel all about small business. If you are interested in anything like that, you can subscribe down below, and if you hit the like button, this video gets pushed to other people just like you, and it really helps this channel grow. To get right into it, we've poured our blood, sweat, tears, and everything we owned financially, emotionally, mentally into this store over the last 6 years. The channel has been growing at a nice rate over 5 years. We've been making about a video every week, just showing you the inside scoop on what it's like to be in business for yourself. Whether it's, you know, the cafe portion of the store, the convenience items, the produce side, we've touched base on most things, I would say, in regards to being in small business. What no one tells you when you open any business, no matter what business it's going to be, for the first 3 to 4 years, it will legitimately probably be one of the hardest things you've ever done in your life. And I usually tell people the first 5 years of anything sucks. You're learning everything, you're not making money, customers aren't respecting you the same way because you're so new, you can't buy correctly, you are making too many mistakes and they show up in your bank account. And this isn't meant to be a sad video before we get started. Nothing bad is happening. I'm just, you know, ready for the next project. I know my life will go in a series of projects where every 5 to 10 years I'll build something and then move on from it, and hopefully I keep growing from there. Because back in 2017, 2018, when this store started, we really had nothing, and you know, we get lost and forget about that reality. That was only a short time ago. You get lost in the day-to-day stresses, and you don't see that you legitimately were dreaming of being in this life that you are now back then, if that makes sense. So even saying that now, it's like one of the most impossible things to believe. But if you really think about it, you've come a long way, and most of you have come a long way from your first entrepreneurial journey over 5-6 years, or maybe you're just getting started. But think of yourself in 5 years if you keep at it right now, where you'll be at. Because I didn't picture things like this 5 years later. You're too focused on the short term and the short term stresses. You got to really see where you came from. This video is not to discourage anyone from getting into this business. This business has provided a very comfortable life for Felicia and I. We've come a long way from having nothing to now, like I mentioned before, and we've had a lot of good times doing this. We've had, you know, our introduction into business from this store. This channel wouldn't exist unless it was from this store. You know, our house that we purchased and then flipped, the deal wouldn't have been done if it wasn't for the income from the store. You know, our now house that we're staying at, you know, for the next 5 years wouldn't have existed if it wasn't from the income from the store. So a store like this can provide a pretty nice lifestyle. Obviously we have other avenues going on now, and those avenues were created from this store. So, you know, I'm not trying to discourage anyone from doing this. I think I'm at a point where I'm pivoting my business ventures, and that's all there is to it. There's really no secrets behind. There's no struggles that we're going through. I mean, obviously it's a difficult business, you know, like anything right now. Prices are going up, inflation and everything else. But, you know, we could run this business for the next 5-10 years the same way and live an okay lifestyle. But we want to change. Entrepreneurs always want to do something different, want to expand and grow, and, you know, between personal life and business life, I can't stay in this exact location anymore. And that's the whole point of this video, essentially. And yes, we finally carry Prime here. I can't carry the I can't carry the energy drinks because of some Canadian law that there's too much caffeine in them. Yet I see some stores that still have them. So unless they're going to the States and picking them up, then yeah, I don't know how to source them. So yeah, if anyone knows Logan Paul or KSI, let them know that I want to carry their drinks here. And they sold well when I could carry them. So as you know, running a business is a 24/7 hour job. We haven't really ever taken a full day off, besides maybe our honeymoon 5 years ago, and there's been a few days here and there. But even on the days that we are closed, we still have to, you know, do inventory runs, stock the shelves, clean up any old produce. We're always here. Let's just say this has been our home for the last 6 years. There's been many times where it's like, I'm not sure why we even have a house. We're barely there. And perhaps things could have been done differently, but I didn't want them to go any other way. I wanted to work with just Felicia and I. Honestly, I had maybe a part-timer or two come in. Our moms have helped here and there. And it's been an okay ride, with and without, you know, full-time employees, which everyone assumes that when you open a business after 3 months, you can step back and let employees run it. I'm not sure how probable that is anymore. I've seen it done. It's quite rare. Usually people who are already wealthy start businesses like that. That wasn't the case for us. Mind you, we're at a very different position that we were 5 years ago to now. But at the end of the day, we still chose to run it this way, and I have no regrets. And don't get me wrong, the grocery and convenience business is definitely not easy, but I wouldn't even categorize it as hard. It's just a time-consuming, long-hour business. You are essentially dedicating yourself to this space for 90% of your time. Now, can it be done other ways? Sure, with partners, with investors, you know, I'm sure it can be done other ways. But for the majority of convenience and grocery store owners and cafe owners, they are owner-operators, and you are stuck to this space for the rest of your life. And keep that in mind when I say, when you start a business, you can't just quit like a regular job. You've invested money, time, signed leases, lawyers, inventory. You have employees counting on you. You very rarely can just say, I'm done, I don't feel like doing this anymore. And if you do, you end up taking a very hard financial hit. Because I've seen cafe owners and convenience store owners start businesses and then try to walk away after 2 years. And to this day, 5, 6, 7 years later, they're still recovering from that bankruptcy. The landlord kept them on the lease until they can find another tenant. They invested money they still need to pay back to loans and banks. So keep that in mind. This is not a project that you start for the short term. This is a long-term game, and this is where this gets interesting for the people who are kind of saw the journey as we started, and now the transition that I'm about to get into. So, as you read in the title, Felicia and I are planning to have a baby. There's nothing in the oven, but in the next year, year and a half, we expect, well, maybe less than that, we expect Felicia to be pregnant and, you know, well on our way with our first baby, I guess. And considering she's working just as many hours as I am, there is no one that I really want to work with here. I don't want to have random people on till with me here. At the end of the day, you have to think, a convenience store is not like any other business. Majority of the day, there's 1 or 2 people in the shop, and the 2 people working there have this dynamic that we've kind of had for the last 6 years, and I don't want to do that with anyone else. I'm ready to move on, let's say, but I'm not getting rid of the store entirely. What our plan is to sell 80% of the shares of the store to someone who will be daily operational, and I will still be invested 20% of the business. I'll do all the training, I'll tell people the exact, suppliers we use, all the tricks, all the products that sell, every possible education piece you need to run this business successfully. I will set that up for you. But I cannot be operational anymore. We have other things going on that I need to tend to, and there's nothing negative, just other business ventures that I want to announce to this channel in the future. Felicia wants to get full-time real estate. We got the little minion that we want to grow. It's not in the oven yet, it's about to be prepared. So that's what I say. It's been a nice journey. I know this was not an easy decision to make. This was something that we've been discussing for over 1.5 years on how we're going to be involved in the grocery business, but not daily operational. So basically, someone coming in won't have to spend the money to fully purchase this business at its full value. They'll get a good discount because I'll be keeping 20% of the business, and that's the way my next moves are going to go. I will always be involved in this store and its expansion. We still have the other store we're invested in Toronto. That is also something that I'm not operational in. I think a new brain, new mind, new entrepreneur can take this place to a level that I'm currently not capable of. If I stay in this exact same position, I know I'll be running this place the exact same way. A new owner, or a new, whatever you want to call it, entrepreneur that comes in here will come up with their own ideas, their own structures, their own kind of ways of doing things that can take this business to the next level. And that's what essentially someone needs to come in and do. Take this from where it's at right now, it's at a comfortable level, and make it into something that Felicia and I weren't capable of currently doing. Now, that's not to say that it's a guarantee that they'll take it to the next level, but they have things that we didn't see, that we didn't try or weren't able to, commit to. So that's where I think someone needs to come in and really bring this place to the next level. And at the end of the day, I need to try something different. I need to do something different. We'll always be in the grocery business, so don't think this channel is going to change. We'll always be entrepreneurs in business, providing ways to start businesses the way we learned how through this store. We may not be daily operational in this particular store, but at the end of the day, I'll never work a 9-to-5 job again. And there's nothing wrong with 9-to-5s. There's some great careers out there. There's some great companies to work for. Some people thrive in that environment. Me, I just need to be my own boss. Even if I'm working 9 to 9, making half the salary I would for somebody else, I'd rather be doing my own thing. And I'd rather have the freedom that can come with it. I have Felicia as my witness here. There is a baby that's being planned. It's not in the oven, but it's being mixed. It's being mixed. So because I know people won't watch this whole video, they'll just read the title and come to conclusions. I'll probably get a text from my mom. Why didn't you tell me? You told YouTube, but you didn't tell me. There's no announcement. It's a plan that needs tending to, that to me can't coexist with the store. Now, unless the baby's going to be chopping peppers with me in the back, and I don't want that. That's a lot of small businesses have to operate like that, and that's their, you know, lifestyle. That's fine. We have the opportunity to pivot, and we're going to take it. And it's going to be a sad day when we officially sell and move on. But I think it was just letting you guys know first. And Felicia's here giving me a weird eye, but she knows we've discussed this many times over. Probably didn't think I was gonna, you know, make it public on this channel, but here we are, and that's fine. Why not? We've been transparent with everything else on this journey. We've told you the financials, the hardships, everything breaking down, the profits, the losses, you know, the times we had issues with our landlord, tax season. So now why not tell you about the transition, baby and new businesses. And that's all it is. Life's about moving and grooving and pivoting. And this has become an asset. This store has become an asset and an anchor at the same time. So I need to find a way to pivot where everything is in place. 50-50 partner of this business will probably go down to 20%. It'll be 10% each. And maybe one of you guys can be the 80% owner of this store. If you'd like to, you know, offer anything, you can find my email and we'll talk numbers. But yeah, Felicia is wants to explain the things that I can't.
Okay, so I'm gonna wait till his big head gets out of the way. This has been something that we have obviously discussed for a very long time. We do want to expand our family. It's been something that, you know, we've always talked about since we got married, but we just never felt like it was the right time, and now we find that now is the right time. I am getting busier with real estate as well, so I'm kind of finding that I'm being tugged in two different directions where I need to be here because the store is, you know, busy and it can't run with just one person. But at the same time, like, I am getting busier with real estate and I have to be there for my clients as well. So that is also like my personal reasons as to why I think it is best that we put our store up for sale and we move on. You know, sadly you can't be at two places at once. So that is basically where we're at. We hope to hopefully have a baby next year.
And we are trying to keep 20% of this place. Yes,
and that as well. So it's not like we're trying to like be like totally like out of the business. We do, you know, we opened it for a reason. We've spent a lot of time here. We do love it, but we can't be here all the time anymore.
True.
Is what we're saying.
It's been a 99% of our life has been in this store.
Yeah.
So now it's time to take a step back, and hopefully we're not here as much.
Yes.
But we'll still be making these videos.
Yes. Just in a different setting.
Alright guys, I'm going to end this video here. Thanks for watching this transitional piece. And yeah, there's really not much I can add. But if you made it to the end of this video, we appreciate you. And if you're starting your journey, best of luck to you.